Welcome back to my corner of the internet, guys. I am the Lucid Dream, and today we have an update on a couple of different issues we've been keeping an eye on, as well as a new frauditor who manages to get himself arrested for being an absolute moron. Big surprise. It seems to be a running theme with them. First and foremost, though, thank you to all of my channel members and subscribers. If you are new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I would most certainly appreciate it, and every single time you do, a frauditor cries. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is a good one.
So we're doing a public investigation.
Now I am.
You're doing that without consent of people, and it's kind of rude to just have a camera pointed at people when they're coming.
This is my territory, bro.
No, it's not rude. It's very polite.
It's also really not cool with kids coming in and out of here.
I'm gonna blur them
No,
out.
we're not
Don't
here for
worry.
kids. You're the one with the kid. What are you gonna do with that
I'm getting a
boy?
film of you, though.
What are you gonna do with that little boy, man?
I'm gonna put it on the internet. All on the
Don't
internet.
bring up kids. That doesn't work with us.
OnlyFans.
So if this clip looks familiar to you, I promise you it's not deja vu, you're not seeing things. It should. It's from a video that I posted a couple of days ago about a frauditor who calls himself Shockwave. That is so hard to say with a straight face. Now, Shockwave, we have most recently seen at the Brentwood post office with Impact Media assaulting a 62-year-old man for protecting a grandma, and then he gets his ass beat with a cane. Now, normally I don't condone violence, but that was absolutely hilarious. We're going to watch it again.
Doing? Stop. What are you guys doing? Back up. What are you guys doing? Stop.
Now, as I'm playing World of Warcraft with my daughter last night, I get an email notification that someone has filed a copyright strike on my video, and lo and behold, it is Shockwave. Imagine that. A frauditor does not want it known that he threatened to put a child's photos all over the internet and on OnlyFans because he's a douchebag. Shocking news. I never would have guessed that. So I emailed Mr. Shockwave. Again, the straight face is killing me. And I let him know exactly what was going to happen. My videos are made under fair use. They are made legally. And my video is going to go back up. So, not that I expected him to have the courage to answer, but I didn't necessarily expect that he was going to delete all of his channels, and the channels he didn't delete all of the content on it. So it really makes me wonder, what is he so afraid that someone is going to find? Those are not the actions of an innocent person. Now, as you see at the top of the screen, this is from their video. These are his channels. The only one of these three that is still up is the Karen Magnet, and it's been wiped clean. I haven't tried the phone number yet. Don't know if that's still active, but it's there. This is not the first frauditor to do this, though. Audit the Simulation did the exact same thing after I posted this video, where he was exploiting the poor little boy at the behavioral health center. He deleted all of his content after my video was restored. These are not the actions of normal people, in the slightest. I will say I am still waiting on some public records requests when it comes to Shockwave. I think we can all assume he is not a transformer, but I can also guess he probably has a criminal record. Alright, next update is going to be about Liberty Troll. If you watched the video a couple of days ago, you probably know most of this. But if you don't, Liberty Troll was recently found guilty of trespassing and resisting an officer. He was declared guilty by a jury. This was not a bench trial. This was a jury of his peers who listened to the evidence and listened to the law and declared him guilty. Now, the reason that this is important is jury trials are very rarely overturned. But in a very pathetic attempt to cope with this loss, he linked his GoFundMe to his followers and asked them to give him $10,000 for an appellate lawyer to fight a trespassing charge. $10,000 to fight a trespassing charge. Now, when the video was made a couple of days ago, the sentencing had not updated on Polk County's website. I do know now that Liberty Troll has been sentenced to 20 days in jail and 1 year's probation. Now, the jail itself is probably not that big of a deal, but the 1 year's probation is going to put a massive kink in his frauditing. As we all know, one of the conditions of probation is generally if you have any kind of police contact, you have to report it to your probation officer. And I'm pretty sure his probation officer isn't going to like having to hear from him every day that he's had police contact. But who knows? So the total in his GoFundMe is a little over $1,400. However, that is not how much that he has made from this incident. The total amount that he has managed to get 72,000 followers to donate to him is $75. After GoFundMe takes its cut, he may end up with 60. So just over 0.5% of his $10,000 goal. That is a goal he will never reach. People are going to stop caring. Not that they care now, obviously. He's gotten $75 from 72,000 people. But he will never hit that goal. He will never file an appeal. Whatever money he raises is going to go straight into his commissary for jail. That's it. Now, the comments on that community post are absolutely roasting him. It is the most hysterical thing I think I have ever read. There are a lot of deleted comments, you can tell, because there's a lot of people responding to people that those other comments are just gone. But they are roasting him for asking for $10,000 for an appellate lawyer to appeal a trespassing charge. It's hysterical. All right, last but certainly not least, I promised you a new frauditor arrest, and here we go.
It is October 21st at 2:45 p.m. I am recording on Highway 40. There's a police officer that is using a pretextual registration stop and is asking for invalid information from the woman who's pulled over.
On my stop. At this point, you're interfering with it.
That's not how interference works. It's not how interference works. I'm a cop watcher. Don't fuck with me. I'm a cop watcher. Don't fuck with me. Handle your stop. Go handle your stop. I'm just watching the stop. She doesn't have to give you any information, sir.
You can either hang out by your car.
You can either do your traffic stop or you're going to get a complaint.
Okay. And you can.
I will call Sheriff Schrodlin personally.
I don't care.
I will call him personally.
Wonderful.
You will get a complaint. When she says that she's not giving you her phone number or her email address, that's it.
Information for a citation.
That's it.
You want to record?
You have it. You have her. You have her ID. Do you have her ID?
You're more than welcome.
Do you have her ID? Then you have. Then you have it.
Phone number.
You don't need it.
Okay. You want to record?
You don't need it. They have it. They have it. The DMV has it. You don't need it. They have it. You don't need it.
You're not going to stand here and interfere with my stop.
They have it. You don't need it. Are you the supervisor, sir? Are you a supervisor? Are you a supervisor? I'd like to get a supervisor out here, please. I don't appreciate the way he's acting. He has no right to tell me anything. I can walk up and down the street. He has no right to tell me I can't. Well, I'm mad at him. This gentleman here thinks that he can stop me from walking down the street, recording him.
You don't need to yell at me.
I'm sorry, you're right. Let's talk about
What's
this.
your name? What's your first name?
I don't talk to cops.
Okay, all right. That's
I don't give you personal information.
fine.
This man decided that he was going to ask the woman in the car for her phone number and email address and mailing address. She doesn't have to give him any of that. He tried to persist. She told him no.
Right?
He is still persisting. So I pulled up and I started recording. So then now he decided that he's going to start telling me that I can't walk down a city street. He can't stop me from walking down a city street recording him. He tried to tell me it was interfering. Interference is a physical activity. I'm walking down the street. I have every right to walk down the street and record. Every right.
Were you in this vehicle?
Every right. No, I was not in this
So
vehicle.
you're kind of a passerby?
Yes. Yeah, and he decided that he was going to tell me I needed to get back in my vehicle, that it was interference. Interference is not talking. Interference is not walking. Interference is physical activity.
This is Sergeant Stein.
Hey, Sergeant.
Can you come back here?
Hey, Sergeant. Carlos. Nice to meet you.
Let's go back here.
We can stand right here,
No,
sir.
sir. Let's go back here because you're interfering with this traffic.
No. Traffic stop's way up there,
Turn around,
sir.
put your hands behind your back.
Excuse me?
Put your hands behind your back and be arrested for obstruction.
So he was very obviously interfering. This is not a cop watcher that was standing back peacefully recording. This was a man actively participating in this traffic stop when he should not have been. This rhetoric that interference is a physical act is just that. There are contexts where interference is not a physical act. This is one of them. He was stopping this officer from writing the citation. That is interfering. So he posted a live trying to FOIA public records. During that live, you find out that not only does he know the woman, but he expects the police to break the law and give him the information that he wants instead of requesting it in discovery or filing a records request for it.
And we can definitely get that for you, okay?
You're telling me that you can't tell me the names of the officers. There was 3 of them. I know Mathis was one. I know there was a sergeant, and I'd like to know the name of the sergeant that arrested me yesterday. You're telling me that you want me to fill out a records request for you to tell me the name of the officer that arrested me yesterday?
Yes, sir.
We're going to play these games?
I'm not playing a game, sir.
We're going to play these games. Is that your supervisor over there?
I know she's not.
So then who's telling you that this is the process? So let's get Sergeant somebody out here. Sergeant what? Bobby is he here? Lieutenant? Is he a lieutenant now? Bobby? Yeah. Oh, he's retired now. Okay, good for him. Who's here that's a supervisor? Awesome. Let's do that.
What's up, dude?
What's up, man? Had a shitty situation yesterday.
What's up?
Mathis is a real piece of work.
Okay.
I know you've had a lot of issues with him with other people too. And he decided to pull her over for registration, which is a completely valid stop. It happens, right? But it's a petty stop and it's a pretextual stop. You and I both know that that's a pretextual stop to be able to glance and take a look, maybe take a smell and see what's going on with the vehicle. I was on my way somewhere else. Got told that she was being pulled over.
Okay.
So I pulled up about 50 feet, 100 feet away, made sure that I was far enough away that that wasn't an interference with my vehicle. Got out and walked the path around the, like the sidewalk, not sidewalk, but the easement of the road. Got all the way past the vehicle, 15, 20 feet again. Maintained my distance at 15, 20 feet. Mathis comes and gets in my face and tells me to go get back in my car. I explained to him, I don't have to do that. I'm on a public highway. I can easily walk around a public highway as long as I don't interfere with your traffic stop. Go handle your traffic stop. Another officer, in fact, came up, pulled up, he called him to call code on. You've seen the video, I'm sure, already, so you know what's going on. So that officer that arrived, what is his name?
You can fill out a records request to find that out. But it's
We're going to play that game?
Yeah, it's a criminal justice record, dude. I can't just give it to you.
You know the guy's name. You work with him. So you're going to play the game of not telling me the guy's name?
It's not a game.
Who was the supervisor that
it's
arrested
a
me?
statute.
Who was the supervisor that arrested me?
If you want criminal justice record information,
dude,
you can fill out a request.
You and I both know I'm not a criminal. That piece of shit twisted my hand like a criminal in paying compliance.
Okay, Carlos, I'm not going to go over...
Listen, you know that that's not acceptable. You and I both know that's not acceptable.
Carlos, I'm not going to go over...
So tell me the sergeant's name.
For $15...
For $15 so that you can get a little bit of money because you're a cheap piece of shit. What is his name?
Carlos, I'm not going to give you criminal justice records.
You're not going to tell me the name of the officer so that I can file a fucking complaint against the officer.
Do you have a case number? Do you have booking paperwork? Any of that can go on that complaint.
I want the name so that I can put the name of the individual who was an officer of witness to the behavior of Mathis and the behavior of the sergeant.
And
I want his information. Okay. No, you're not going to play this game with me where you try to make me fill out some form to get his name.
If you want,
I'll sit outside until I see Sheriff Strolin and I'll ask him personally.
There's 2 ways you can do this. You can either get it through discovery, or you can make a criminal justice records request and find out information.
You're going to keep playing this game with me. You want to build these bridges with the community? This is how you do them?
Carlos, it's the
This
law.
is how you fucking build bridges with your community, is by not telling me the name of the damn officer that participated in an unlawful arrest? You know it was an unlawful arrest. You've already seen the video. I know you have. I know you have. You know it was an unlawful arrest, and you're telling me you won't give me the name of this guy? No, I want the name of the officer that arrested me.
I'm giving you 2 options to get.
No, I don't want your options. I want the name of the guy that thought it was acceptable to participate in an unlawful arrest.
If you don't stop talking over me, I'm just going to go back into my office.
You're a coward.
I have given you.
You're a real
the
coward.
two
Look at you.
lawful options.
What a fucking coward. You refuse to tell me the name of the officer that unlawfully arrested me, even though it's so easy. It takes 2 seconds for you to tell me the name of the officer that unlawfully arrested me, and I'm on film right now. 135 watchers. You're telling me that you're not going to tell me the name of the officer?
I have given you 2 lawful options. I am not going to release criminal justice records without going through the legal process. You can get it through discovery, through the DA's office.
Because you 100% know you're going to get your ass sued here. You 100% know that this is going to go to a lawsuit and I'm going to take it all the way. You 100% know that. And that's why you're playing these little legalistic games. When you live in my community and you are my neighbor, and you know damn well that that is not acceptable for you as a man and as my neighbor not to tell me the damn name of the guy that was on the call with Mathis and the sergeant's name. That is unacceptable as a man. I don't care about your fucking job. As a man, that is unacceptable. You're my neighbor. How dare you?
I still have to follow the law.
No, that is not the law. The law doesn't say that you can't tell me the name of the individual that was on a call with me. The law doesn't say that. You have every right to tell me the name of the officer that was on a call that involved me. That does not have anything to do with FOIA. That has to do with men, and you being a good person, and you telling me, yeah, that was so-and-so and so-and-so. Go do your thing, man.
You can fill out the request. You can get it through discovery, Carlos, but I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth.
What a coward, dude. That is some cowardly shit, dude.
But
I'm going to start looking for your records, too. If you're going to play this game and you're going to start doing this, we're going to have people that are more than willing to do all the Freedom of Information Act requests necessary to get every call that you've been on, to get every call Mathis has been on, to get every call that sergeant and the other guy's been on, and start looking for reasons to get people fired. You do not understand who you're messing with. I'm not the guy. I will do every legal means necessary to get people's jobs and to get demotions and to get rid of bad people, including Sheriff Schroedlin if I have to. I will campaign directly against him if I have to.
do whatever you need to do, man.
You guys keep playing this game. He's watching this video too, and he's listening from the back, I'm sure. You guys keep playing this game where you try to block me and stonewall me, and it's going to go crappy for you when it gets to court. I'm telling you right now, it's going to go crappy when you guys get to court. If you keep playing these games where you refuse to give me basic information, it's going to go bad in court.
Okay, well, that's fine.
We'll see how it goes, buddy.
Do whatever you have to do. Would you like me to take your
See how it goes, buddy.
Lieutenant?
I sure would. What's today, the 22nd?
It is.
So at this point, he has been told he can get the information he needs legally in one of 2 ways. He can request it through discovery, or he can file that records request. There are many states where if you have an open case, they actually can't give you anything until the case is concluded. So I don't know where they are, so I don't know what statute the officer is talking about, but it's not surprising to me. This is an open investigation. He was just arrested. So the fact he needs to request that information from discovery makes complete sense. Now the officer is telling him that he legally cannot give him that information, and he's not going to break the law for him, and he shouldn't. This guy thinks he's special, and I hate to tell him, but he's not. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else you would like to see, and I will catch you on the next one.